This is our fourth edition, I think, of the Diabetes Corner. I'm here today with two amazing students. This is Paola, and this is Tide. And we are going to talk to you today more in depth about carbs and go over grains and vegetables and tell you which grains, which vegetables are the best for patients who are having trouble controlling their blood sugar. All right, so why are carbohydrates important? Well, it's one of the five main food groups. They contain nutrients. They give us energy. They do have fiber, which is super good for us, and they should make up about a third of our diet. And we're going to talk about which are the healthy ones coming up here. But first, let's talk a little bit about what carbohydrates turn into. So we know they turn into sugar, and there's two main forms. They'll turn into either a simple sugar, which is the kind of sugar you would ingest if, say, your blood sugar was low and you needed something quick, or it can turn into a complex sugar, which is generally the best if you're high, if your blood sugar is high, because it's going to take longer for that to break down. All right, so the big question everybody wants to know is, if I'm going to eat some bread, what kind of bread is the best? All right, so we created this little diagram for you to kind of see it. If you can see that on your left, you've got white bread and white rice. All right, and on your right, you have the brown bread and the brown rice. And of course, we always say the right is the right answer. So that would be the best for you because, and why is that? Why is the brown bread the best? Well, it has more fiber, which remember, fiber is our friend. So it will help slow everything down. Will also help with your cholesterol. And it helps to minimize blood sugar spikes. All right. It also has a lot of nutrients in it. We want to make sure that you're getting all of the healthy things. And a lot of times when it comes to white bread, they strip all of that good stuff. So, and knowing that too, a white bread and white rice will cause your blood sugar to increase fast. So it's more in that it's not a simple carb, but it is going to be faster. And brown rice and brown bread will help to stabilize. Okay. So we have a little diagram here of our vegetables. And just like with breads and with rice, not all vegetables are created equal. Non-starchy, of course, means lower carb. And so these are examples of vegetables that are going to be better for you. And you notice that most of these are green. Green is the color. We do have some cauliflower and eggplant on there. Mushrooms are behind my head. But I don't know if you can see that. But salads, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, all those things tend to have 5 grams or lower of carbs, and they are going to be your friend. They also have a lot of fiber too, which is also, like I said, is your friend. So if you can, make about half of your plate up with that stuff. Okay. So when it comes to the other kind of vegetables, which we would call your starchier vegetables, these are going to have 15 grams or higher of carbs. So they're going to be more carb loaded. All right. And you can see, I'm going to go through these from left to right. You've got beans. So yes, beans are good for us. They have fiber, but they also have more carbs. We've got corn, white potatoes, and yes, also 2 sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes also have carbs in them, maybe not as bad as white potatoes, but they still do. Peas, we've got butternut squash, lentils, and I think the behind my head that's showing up on my end is yams. Yams tend to have a lot more carbs. So basically when you eat these, the difference is when you're eating some non-starchy vegetables, that is not going to break down into as many carbs as, say, your starchy vegetables will. So all of it kind of goes together. And next week, we're going to give you an example of carb counting. This week, we're talking about the plate method. So this kind of brings it all together. When you're looking at your plate, we do want half of your plate to be fresh fruit and vegetables. Fruits we'll talk about next week. because that's going to be on fruits and protein. But like vegetables, half of that plate, that's what we want. Okay. And then protein for a fourth of the plate. And then, of course, your grains, which we really would rather they be the non-starchy grains, which would be the brown, brown red, brown rice, all those things. So next week we'll go into carb counting. Um, I hope you guys have a healthy week. I hope this helped you. And we'll also go over proteins and vegetables. Make sure to give us comments if you have questions about any of this stuff, or call us up and we can help you more in depth. And I hope you have a great week. Talk to you later.